Hi and welcome to RC Copterlove. Today I want to show you why I'm probably the happiest pilot on Earth. There are 4 different reasons. First of all, I will receive new helicopters. That is, of course, always something very exciting. There will be the biggest one, much bigger than this one, the M2 Evo MK2 Mark II, and a small one, about this size, like this one. But I cannot say more about this. But secondly reason is I was training all winter on the simulator, and I'm back to flying on the field now, and I see that it really brought something. I'm working on some points. I'm concentrating now on 180 degrees side rolls, and I try to do them as precise as possible. It's a great training because it trains you collective pitch management. The collective pitch has to be at 0 in the moment of turning, and then at once has to be on negative collective pitch when you are reaching this point, so that the helicopter does not sink. And I'm working on this, and I'm doing the same. I don't know if it will work today, because it's, as always, when we are here on the field, it's windy. I will try to do this in forward flight, so that the helicopter flies inverted and then goes upright again, or the other way, but I would have to break my arm to show this. So these are the things that make me happy. The third reason is, that was the third reason, will be that we are investing in our channel. You had from the very beginning, my wife is so dear that she's with her old mobile phone. She's making these videos with the built-in microphone. So we are investing in a clip-on microphone, which is much better in the quality because it's closer to me. It doesn't take everything from around, so you'll hear my voice more clear and louder. We had a lot of problems with this. We had wind, now probably as well, because the wind is picking up. In the noises, we had the sounds of this company in the background from us. We had dogs barking, birds singing, and the helicopters are making some noise with their blades. So this will be eliminated, and so from now on there will be much better videos, I think. And the fourth reason is really this progress I made. That is making me happier than even, I have to be honest, than a new helicopter, because progress you cannot buy, you cannot get in a shop, you cannot order. Progress you have to do by yourself, and this is some very, very satisfying thing. But enough talking, let's start flying. First with the M2 Evo, and then with the M1 Evo. Finally, it's time to fly again. So now I show you directly what I'm doing. It's the half rolls to inverted. This was not nice, also because of the not nice wind today. I'm bringing this machine a little bit closer. All this losing the altitude is not necessarily my fault. The wind is very gusty today, and it's not constant at all. So once it's blowing, and this brings the helicopter a little bit up or down. So once again, now a bird is coming. These are all distractions you have in nature, but okay. And now I'm trying to do a new trick. It means new trick, I like it. I do it much bigger when I'm not on camera and when it's not so windy. And I am training, and I would recommend this to every pilot, to train all these things in both directions. You remember that I was rolling to the left, and now I try to do a half roll to the right. Oh, the wind is terrible. this is the thing I am doing now every day. Of course, we have the bad luck that it's windy again, but I hope there will be days with less wind when I can show you this on a video. But as so often, I try now to make a half roll in forward flight. Now it's the moment. Now or never. Not really clean. The collective management is still something I have to work on. But of course, on windy days, I feel that the collective management has to be different than normally. And once again, I try to make this half roll. But now I'm getting the information that the battery is coming to an end, or that my time is over. Because now, when it's still cold, it's today about 10 degrees, I am flying a little bit shorter. As I told you in my video about LiPo treatment, I never use my batteries extensively. So this was the M2 Evo MK2, and now we are going to the little one, the yellow B, the M1 Evo. Okay. And now the M1 Evo, my little yellow bee. It is of course much more difficult to do all these things with this little tiny helicopter, which is light like a feather. All these floating around, not keeping the altitude, is mainly, but you see how even the tail was shaken by the wind now. And also here I'm trying to do it to the right side. The wind is blowing in our direction, as you have seen. Now holding this little helicopter on one space is very difficult in this wind. And I try to show you what I did with the M2, but that was probably too far away. She's probably not visible. And I'm trying all these things in different orientations. And I'm doing it as often as possible. Of course, I'm also doing, and that is very important, I'm holding this helicopter when I'm flying for myself, just not for the video. I'm holding the helicopter a whole battery inverted. But this would be a little bit boring for you. Now the wind was picking the machine up. I'm also going a little bit lower than I was before. But in this wind, I don't want to overtake. You have to also know your borders. And I feel that in this wind, I would not try to cut grass or even come close to 1 meter cutting grass, because the wind is doing what it wants. Show yourself, my little bee, from all sides. So this is the kind of progress I'm very happy of. I'm doing this also with back flips, front flips, all kinds of directions in all orientations, but not on such a day like today. I'm happy when I'm able to do this tail in on such a day. I'm also loving to do nose in landings, but when the wind is so gusty and all the time changing, I prefer not to risk it. So this was RC Copter Love having huge fun with the M2 Evo MK2 and the M1 EVO MK2, and now waiting for new things to come, the new camera and the big helicopter and this small helicopters, which you will see in some time. And I hope the next video will already be done with this new equipment, new camera, a mobile phone with better camera and new microphone, and that this beeping will not be so disturbing like now. Okay, see you again to RC Copter Love. Subscribe if you like our channel, give us a like, of course, this helps us a lot, and see you again.